Ondo government wants residents not to defend themselves against killer herdsmen, says security agencies are culpable. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Sahara reporters report that about 8 persons were killed in Arimogija and Omolege, both in same Ose local government area, by gunmen in the last 1 week. Following the reported killings of indigenes of Ose local government area by suspect Fulani herdsmen, the Ondo state government has warned the people against taking laws into their own hands. Excuse me, sir, I don't think that I don't think it's going to be sitting well, Mr. Governor. Sincerely, it's not going to sit well with some people. This is why I say there is a limit to what people can take. The Northerners have been crying and calling on the government for so many years. I said it before. The Southerners, they don't allow, when they say rough play, maybe something happens once to them, as in what they call laissez kese. They let you know that they don't tolerate the kind of nonsense. I'm not saying people should, start, how am I going to put it now? Start being incited. I'm not trying to incite anybody. But there are some things, the level of tolerance in this region is not the same. The Southerners have that you cannot come and do something and they don't write with it and you are telling them, close your mouth. I don't want them to know. Close your mouth. Like the Northerners are killing them and shh, don't talk. Shh, don't talk. No, it does not happen. There is a limit to what one can take. For some people, you can take them one after the other and start killing them and their family members. Nobody will do anything. But some people, just one person. You say the family, look, no. They'll tell you that no, they don't used to, in their place, they don't used to forgive somebody. That is when somebody will say, no, let me do it back and let it be equal. I'm not saying you should do the same. But I'm trying to bring people to an understanding that you're not going to blame that person who does not have a tolerance level, especially for evil. You don't tolerate evil. If you tolerate evil today, just like a child, you are breastfeeding a child and the child beats you today, and you smile at the child. The child will say, okay, tomorrow he will beat you and you smile at the child. Next tomorrow you will chew that nipple and you'll be screaming in pain. And you must breastfeed the baby. So at the end of the day, you'll bear double pain. It is better. When the child you tell him that this thing is not good. You communicate in the language that the child will understand. Because if the child do something, children, they'll look at you to know your facial expression. That is just it. So I want to know, is the constitution, did they forbid that you should defend yourself? Because I want to know. Because even in the same constitution now, I'm asking because there's actually a kind of thing, an incident that happened, an event that happened, that a certain farmer in the northern part of Nigeria, that he and a herder actually had a clash. The herder walked or strolled into his farm, was trampling on his crops with his cattle. And the farmer told him that, no, it's not, I don't know, I think they had a face-off of, why are you doing this? Please leave my land. And before you know it, the herder brought out, I don't know if it was cutlass or a dagger. Before you know, fight started and, even the herder macheted the man on his arm, but the machete was a deep cut, but his hand did not got cut off. But at the end of the day, the man, due to, adrenaline now, he fought. It was a fight to the death, and before you know it, in self-defense, he killed that particular herder. And weeks after, or was it years after, the man was actually, have been healed, and that mark was still there on his hand. They sentenced him to death by hanging. I'm asking myself, is it that in Nigeria, we do not have what they call self-defense in our constitution? Is it wrong for self-defense? That means if death is coming to you and you cannot run away, you should just sit down and say your last prayer. But I would want to know. Sincerely. I would want to know. The news in detail, please stay with us. Sahara reports about 8 persons that were killed in Arimogija and Omolege, both in the same Ose local government area by gunmen in the last 1 week. But the Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Donald Ojogo, in a statement, Titled Self-Help Unhelpful, reports any invasion of farmlands to the police, civil defense, Amotekun, and others. Ask the people to allow the security agencies to handle the situation. The statement read, residents in the state, especially farmers, are enjoined to report any invasion of farmlands and unauthorized grazing to the police. Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Southwest Security Network, Amotekun, and other security agencies. No one is permitted to resort to self-help. This reinforced directive, which is the outcome of a State Security Council meeting, is pertinent following renewed hostilities between farmers and herders, resulting in casualties in some boundary towns between Ondo and Edo states. Undoubtedly, the latest killings are barbaric and condemnable, even as efforts have been deepened to apprehend the culprits through interstate cooperation and synergy. Government, however, believes strongly that such situations are avoidable if security agencies are always afforded the opportunity to intervene before the escalation of violence. Residents are therefore urged to abide by this directive and trust in the capacity of our security agencies to enforce to the fullest provisions of the anti-open grazing law that is operation in the state. Henceforth, any confirmed report of self-help that impairs the operation of security agencies shall be viewed as unhelpful to government's efforts at any given instance. Let me say this. This will not sit well with some people. Sincerely, it is not going to be sitting well. What if, just what if for any reason, these people come and they saw you and maybe you told them, and you know that it is not like here is not abroad, first of all. Here it is not abroad now when you see people grazing on people's farm, as in before you smack your fingers, before you know it, the police have gotten there. Here is Nigeria. Before you call them, before they start mobilizing, before they start coming down, and before they get, yes, it is not abroad. So do people's farm need to be emptied before they get help? Why is it that people are, as in good and patriotic citizens of Nigeria, are the ones always getting the, as in they're always on the losing end? When I hear farmer and herder clashes, I keep asking, I don't hear of herders being killed. Not that I want